Welcome to the very first episode of The Gaming Boy, a series that will be focusing on games of the portable variety. The first game we will be looking at is Zool, Ninja of the Nth Dimension for the Game Boy. Good, bad, or just advertisement? The game was produced by Gremlin Graphics for the Amiga in 1992, and was quickly ported to many other consoles, home and portable, within the year. Its sequel, Zool 2, was released in 1993. But obviously, we're focusing on the Game Boy version today, so let's start things off by looking at the art on the cartridge. Number 1. The cover art. The cartridge is very colourful, sporting 4 vibrant, eye-catching colours. Honestly, it's what caught my attention, and then when I saw it was only £3, I thought, why not? Let's buy it. So the cartridge art gets 5 out of 5. Number 2. The game. So, booting up the game, you're welcomed by the usual developers, associates, and then your main title. Wait, is that meant to be the same character as on the cartridge? That's not quite right. Anyway, you'll notice that the developers decided to put all of Zool's animations into the option screens, which is just irritating to the eyes. Though, the good thing about the options are that they allow you to have a completely custom game. Settings varying from changing the difficulty, to the amount of continues you have, to even what buttons do what in the game. It may not seem like much now, but on the Game Boy in 1992 it would have been impressive. So before we get to gameplay, let's look at some of the characters and their designs. You have Half Squash Goomba, half of the electric spikes from Wario Land 3, giant bees, and finally, for level 1, sentient licorice or donut being who spits candy at you. Well done for the originality. Honestly, there's nothing else I can say to describe these enemies. You then have your typical coin, or in this case, piece of candy that you collect as you go through the level. We'll come back to those later. And lastly, you have the power-ups. There are 3 in the first level. Invincibility, super jump, and then one a bit more original and that actually makes sense to the character. We'll call it the Ghost power-up. Here's an example of what it does. It's not very useful, but it does look cool and makes sense considering he's a ninja. So the game, design-wise anyway, gets a 2 out of 5. The whole custom game is a great concept, but it's let down by lazy character design and typical power-ups. Number 3. The gameplay. The game is a typical side-scroller, and there's nothing wrong with that, but by 1992 there were 2 rules for side-scrollers: easily controlled characters and straightforward levels. And guess what? This game fails on both of those. 1. Easily controlled characters. Zool is not easy to control. He's not the hardest character ever to control, but it's not fun. He slides around like he's on ice, and when in the air it's hard to land precisely as he just floats around, so this makes jumping on enemies rather hard. Number 2. Straightforward levels. The first level is straightforward, as in it goes from left to right, but if you get to the end of the level and your candy percentage isn't high enough, then you're going to have to backtrack and collect enough to finish the level. How are we meant to know that? Nothing tells you that, and the only reason you collect the candy is because they're in the way. But there's not enough just in your way candies to finish the level with, so you have to go out of your way. Sonic games, you collect rings because they keep you alive, so there's an incentive. And in Mario, there's shiny coins, so you want to collect them because they must be important. Actually, why should we have to have a certain amount of anything to complete a level, let alone the first level? You may have also noticed the background of the game. Well, remember that the game was in association with Chupa Chups? Well, it shows. Zool has landed in Candyland rather than being in Nth Dimension. Unless Candyland is the Nth Dimension, but I like to think it's not. So they took an awesome idea of a gremlin ninja, yes, that is what he is, and plonked him in a soft, colourful, in other versions at least, and quite literally sweet environment. Why? I get that they had to listen to Chupa Chup's ideas, as I'm sure they were sponsoring them heavily. But a land of candy? Really? I mean, I just can't get over it. So, out of 15 points so far, we have a total of 7. What does the gameplay get? Well, unfortunately it also gets a 2 out of 5, giving us a total of 9 out of 15. The gameplay is on the lazier side of things. You should feel like you can fully control the character on screen, and a lot of time with Zool, that just isn't the case. Even though I didn't mention it, the later levels become a lot less straightforward, quite literally, but the first level should not require you to collect a certain amount of anything. It is nice, however, that they include a percentage bar for your candy. If you want a harder game, then I'd suggest this, but it's not harder in a good way. You will get frustrated, and you will turn the game off, but you won't want to pick it up again. And that last one is crucial in making a challenging, but fun and good game. So is the game good, bad, or just advertisement? Well, it's not bad, but it's not really good either. And it's definitely advertisement for those sweet, sweet lollies. Thank you guys for watching the very first episode of The Gaming Boy. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like and favourite, as it really helps the channel, and I hope to start expanding it in the next several months. If you want more retro goodness, then subscribe to the Retro Boy channel, where each month I will be uploading a new episode of The Gaming Boy, as well as uploading Let's Plays weekly. Next month's Gaming Boy episode will be tying in with Pokemon's 20th anniversary, and I will be looking at the most popular Pokemon game of Generation 1. Cheers guys, and I'll see you next time. Aha, I see you stuck around, even after the outro. Well, this is just a quick message about uploads from now on. I will be uploading videos 3 times a week, one on a Monday, or Sunday if I know I'm busy on the Monday, one every Wednesday, and one on Friday or Saturday, again depending on how busy I am. I'll be trying to stick to this as much as possible. So, remember to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.